And a big kill by our freshman Chase Aaliyah.
Aaliyah limited action this year, making the most out of that opportunity.
Yeah.
Big swing. He'll be on to serve Aaliyah into the net.
Those missed serves plagued us against McKendree the other night. We got to tighten that up and start making serves.
Seemed like every time NKU was in a position to make a move on McKendree, just a very untimely service error most of the time. Whitley to McKelvin off the net, kept up by McKendree, going over to track it down is Solomon. Excellent dig there by Whitley. Wheatley now blocked at the net. They keep it alive. Whitley back to Wheatley, another block. Peterson tries to push it over and denied again. Amir Grant at the net.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get away with a lot of that against this team. Again, Lindenwood has a big front row, and they're very good at reading, as you can see there, block after block. So, and there's...
Got a long way to go. Hits a beam. Nice catch a break there as Diaz able to keep it alive as they send it over.
Every once in a while, these low ceilings can be your friend.
Down the middle, another block. Amir Grant again. That one from Peterson had no chance.
Set was a little low. Didn't really give Ryan a chance to hit over the block. So in those situations, Ryan needs to be looking to recycle the play.
Owen Walsh serving, hometown kid. He's got a big contingency here today. Graduate of Sycamore High School in Cincinnati. Sends that one into the net.
Yeah, probably one of the biggest crowds tonight is Walsh's high school team and family. They're probably happy to have him close to home for a match.
Grant again. Amir Grant. Luke Kraft now for Lindenwood.
Kraft also a great server. I think he's number 2 in the country in aces.
Yeah.
And we catch a break. That's 2 missed serves in a row by Lindenwood.
4 points on 2 service errors for NKU. Griffin Wheatley now, another hometown kid. Solomon sets up the left big swing. And they'll say a touch. It'll be a kill for Luke Kraft for now. Looks like it'll stay that way.
Yeah, I didn't catch the touch. It looked out to me, but ref saw something we didn't.
Wheatley to Wheatley, setting up Peterson. Just didn't quite get on top of that one enough. Sent it long.
Looks like coach is going for the challenge card. He wants a touch there.
First NKU challenge today.
Sometimes you can tell what's going to happen with the challenge by looking at the players themselves, but Lindenwood's not giving us any idea right now about whether they touch that ball or not.
So there's such razor-thin margins. I mean, it's almost impossible to see in real time. I didn't think there was a touch initially. But
I didn't either. It looked a little high to me, but again, it's hard to say. The ball moves fast.
Kind of a long one here.
Yeah, it is. He's probably looking at it from multiple angles because I'm going to tell you, if there was a touch there, it was a tip of the finger touch. So those are kind of sometimes hard, again, to see with the ball moving so quickly. You're looking for, whether any movement in the fingers and also any movement in the ball. So did the ball spin change? Did the direction of the ball change after it kind of crossed that plane. Challenges have to be conclusive. So there has to be conclusive evidence to overturn a play. If there's not conclusive evidence, you lose the challenge.
Finally, have our decision. And it's confirmed. Teams 0 for 2 on challenges combined. No touch. So it's 9-4 Lindenwood. NKU just kind of looking for anything right now to punch back here in this first set.
Yeah, I think coach was also maybe in that challenge looking for, an opportunity to slow things down a little bit, maybe get a call.
Wow, another service error. That's the third. It's 60% of NKU's points here this first set.
Yeah, and NKU needs to take advantage of that.
Ryan Peterson. Solomon setting up a little tap attempt, and they can't keep it up. Ends up being Lethane with the kill.
Lindenwood can be pretty lethal with that back row attack. Zach likes to set that back row, the thick, as we call it, and we're going to have to be on our toes to watch out for that.
Amir Grant, sophomore from Los Angeles, serving. Palmer to Whitley, back to Palmer, deflected at the net. Solomon set up down the middle, the hometown product, Owen Walsh, with his first kill of the match, and everybody's loving that.
Not a lot of major powerful kills yet out of Lindenwood. We're getting beat a little bit here, standing back on our heels and not covering those short balls. So our back row needs to be ready for that.
Grant.
And another misserve. This is not characteristic of Lindenwood serving.
4 here already.
Yeah.
Nick Whitley serving, freshman from Indianapolis. Solomon sets up a touch at the net and a kill. It was in either way. That was Luke Kraft.
Again, back row needs to be ready. Got to move a little quicker. And here we have Zach Solomon again, leads the country in aces up to serve. Let's see what NKU can do with this serve.
Wheatley handles it. Whitley sets up a tap for Palmer, and it'll be an NKU kill.
That was a really smart play by our setter, Nick, getting up there, redirecting the ball, and then a great wipe off the block from Palmer.
Palmer serving now just wide. So NKU unable to stay on serve for any amount of time. Jaden Whiteside, another somewhat local kid, Columbus area.
That's right.
Whitley, McKelvin.
We have a net violation.
Another break for NKU. Lindenwood not sharp on the fundamentals here in the first set.
Well, here's the thing. It is tough to win on the road. And travel is, exhausting. These guys have been on the road since probably Wednesday when they went to Columbus to play Ohio State on Thursday. So we may be seeing a little bit of that travel fatigue right now in this Lindenwood team.
Duel at the net pushed over, and a point for Lindenwood. Brendan Lethane. Walsh. Wheatley Diaz. Set back to Wheatley, and it got blocked.
Yeah, that was just a really slow transition on the NKU time. It gave Lindenwood plenty of time to read where that ball was going.
Oh, my goodness. Overpass, and they're going to make you pay 10 times out of 10. Brandon Lethane, my goodness. Thought Whitley might have engaged in a duel up there, but Lethane is having none of that.
That point did go to NKU, though. I believe there was a net violation.
Oh, another break for NKU. There's Amir Grant, though. Was so caught up in the swing, didn't even realize.
Yeah, NKU just needs to capitalize on these errors out of Lindenwood, and we just haven't been able to do it yet.
Kraft. Diaz. Whitley tries to push it over. And a block for NKU, but it's lands wide.
And it on our side, yeah. Griff needs to push over the net. His arms were a little bit off the net, which gives the ball that opportunity to kind of slide down the arms between the player and the net. We got to push across the net to keep that ball on their side.
Timeout called by Jenn Palilonis and NKU. They find themselves down 17-9 here in the first set. Back after this. Out of the timeout, Luke Kraft still on serve for Lindenwood. Diaz down to
serve. Great pass by Diaz. And a kill by Ryan Peterson.
Diaz, good job to get down. That served tons of velocity, tons of topspin. Delivered a perfect pass to Whitley.
JD's what we call steady Eddie. Nothing rattles him. He's a smart player and very good technically.
Brandon Luthane again. Just pick your poison there on that Lindenwood front line. I mean, Grant, Luthane, they can both get way up.
Yeah, did you see how high he jumped? He could look around the court and see where we weren't and put the ball there.
Diaz, overpass, and Luthane again.
Passing has been a bit of a challenge for NKU this season. I think ball control is an issue, and, they're working on getting that under control.
Luthane serves.
Nice pass from
Wheatley to Whitley to Palmer. And around the antenna. Lindenwood again. 20-10. Lindenwood with eyes on a dominant set one victory.
Yeah, this is a rough start for NKU. Just not able to take advantage of some of the opportunities here.
Well, another error for Lindenwood. It's been NKU's best offense here in the first set. Kyle Sauer into the match.
Kyle's a grad transfer from BYU.
Untimely error again for NKU.
Yeah, it's hard to come off the bench and, have the energy and the precision to be a serving sub, but that's what we need. We need ball in play.
Amir Grant sends it long again. Nick Whitley now serving. See if the Norse can string together a couple points just for some momentum.
Yeah.
As they maybe not win this set, but head into the second set. But Whitley sends it into the net again.
This is the set of missed serves.
Now Zach Solomon floats it up.
Nice pass by Drew Palmer.
McKelvin Blocked, but it lands wide. NKU will take it.
That was a smart play by Will. He saw that block go up and knew exactly where to put the ball to leverage that block and put the ball out of bounds.
Through Palmer. Gets it over. Solomon. Down the middle for Kraft.
That back row attack is difficult to defend against.
23-13 now. Tipped off the net. Diaz handles it. Whitley, little tap from Palmer.
A little bit of a broken play there on Lindenwood's side.
And NKU will take the point. A lift called at the duel at the net. 23-14 now. Chase Aaliyah back in to serve. Tip. And the Norse will take that. 7 days a week, an ace for Chase Aaliyah.
That's great. You hate it when that happens to you, but you love it when you can do it to the other team.
Probably wasn't trying to do it again.
No, we got to turn those aces into momentum.
Set point now for Lindenwood, and it's Owen Walsh serving for the set. Wheatley to Whitley.
It's a nice pass. Oh.
One of the first fluid points for NKU here in this first set. And back on serve with only 8 more set points to save. Solomon setting up Grants, and that's for set 1. 25-16, Lindenwood takes it. A set full of kind of strange points on both sides. Lots of missed serves, as you mentioned, but in the end, Lindenwood a 9-point win to take set 1. Set 2 coming up after this here at NKU. Ready for set two here at NKU. Lindenwood took the first 25-16. Nick Whitley serving first for NKU. Solomon sets up Walsh for an early kill.
Solomon does a really great job of running his middles. That allows you to run a really quick offense.
Solomon on serve. Klausing, new libero for NKU. With the pass, McKelvin block. They keep it alive with Klausing. Whitley back to Wheatley, another block.
Will and Griff doing a good job of recycling the play.
Lindenwood somehow keeps that up. Klausing, Whitley, back row. Yes! He changed the shirt. Now he can take a swing at it, and Diaz got a kill.
And there you see Steady Eddie out there just waiting for his opportunity.
And you look at the roster, I mean, Diaz is listed at almost every position. I mean, outside hitter, setter, libero, opposite hitter. I mean, he can do everything. And that one wide. Another break for NKU.
You know, I've said this several times. I think in all the years that we've been doing this, it's rare to see a freshman with the level of volleyball IQ that Juan Marco Diaz has. He's a great player.
Wheatley serves.
Good serve by Wheatley
Sets
there.
up, blocked at the net, and a point for NKU. McKelvin and Polar are both there.
NKU has a little bit of momentum now. Let's see if they can maintain that.
Wheatley. Solomon, and a big kill for Caden Whiteside.
Yeah, that was a beautiful set. Found that hitter. Beautiful kill.
Whiteside sends it away. Low serve and an ace for Whiteside. Just dove to the ground. And Wheatley really didn't have much of a chance.
Yeah, that ball dropped out at the last second. That spin he put on it fell out late and right in front of Griff. Ton of spin on that ball.
Over past Wheatley, and they make you pay again with Luke Kraft. So 3 straight points for Lindenwood after falling behind 3-1. Wheatley will come out and see Matt Cosgrove for the first time.
I think coach is trying to change it up a little bit here, see if we can get some ball control out of Matt Walsh. I'm sorry, Matt Cosgrove.
Whiteside and error.
It's a break for the Norse.
Palmer serving for NKU. And down the middle, again, it's Owen Walsh.
Walsh, Kraft, and Whiteside are incredibly, Luthane as well, good at hitting over the block.
Whitley, a good set to Peterson. Whitley had to deal with that one right over top of the net. Did a great job to set up Peterson for the kill.
Yeah, that was a tight pass, and Nick did a great job of keeping it on our side of the net.
It's 5-5, McKelvin. Solomon and Grant didn't get a lot of it. McKelvin able to send it back over. Back row, McKelvin again. Whitley now. Back to McKelvin on the back row. Hits it into the net.
Yeah, I think Will was just a little bit on his heels there after passing that ball. Couldn't get a good approach.
Luke Kraft. Klausing, Whitley, and Diaz. And Grant tips it back over. He got the tip at the net and ultimately the kill.
That was the right move by JD. He couldn't get a good arm on that ball, but Lindenwood was ready for it.
Oh my goodness, a vicious serve from Kraft. And an ace for Lindenwood.
And that is why he is number 2 in the nation with aces. That is a tough ball to pass.
Oh my, bad toss from Kraft. And don't see that one often, but Norse again will take it.
These guys with these bomb serves are used to really, really high tosses, and this gym doesn't necessarily lend itself to that kind of toss.
Diaz now serves into the back corner. Solomon passes all the way across to Amir Grants. That's beautiful from Solomon.
There was some movement on the net there. I would have thought a net violation would be called, but I guess not.
Luthane. Oh, takes it off the net. My goodness. Well, I guess it all evens out.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's what you call doing something with a bad toss. That was actually a really bad toss. He had it way out in front of him, but he chased it down and took the top of the net there.
Luthane sends it wide that time. Ryan Peterson now to serve. NKU down by 3. Looking to string together some points. Solomon into the net it goes. Hitting error there by Kraft.
That's the break we need right now. See if Ryan can keep this serve going.
Solomon Durant this time. Got a touch to the Norse. Palmer down the middle now. They keep it up. Pushed over. McKelvin comes in. Ooh, might have a bad pass, but Whitley at the net. And it'll be Lindenwood's point.
So, Ben, those are the types of plays that we need to capitalize on. We had multiple free ball opportunities there, and you've got to transition that into a point. You can't keep giving a team like Lindenwood opportunities to come back at you.
And you mentioned the tough travel. Lindenwood definitely not at their sharpest here today, and the Norse unable to really hit anything with it. McKelvin, though, my goodness.
That's what we need out of Will McKelvin today. Big swing, big arm.
Whitley, just wide.
Just wide.
Zach Solomon. Klausing a good job. Hits a beam up there, shoots back down. They have to get it over. Klausing does a good job. Solomon, though, and a kill for Walsh. Timeout in KU. Trailing 13-9 here in set 2. Zach Solomon still serving for Lindenwood out of the timeout. 13-9.
NKU wants to get Zach Solomon off the service line, and they did. Big break for us here.
Solomon going for broke with the big serve. Ends up being an error. Norse back within 3. Matt Cosgrove now. Solomon pushed over an easy kill that time for Whiteside.
Whiteside saw that block and went right around it with that forceful tip.
Whiteside into the net.
Shout out to all of our Norse families that are at home watching right now. We've got several players on our team whose families live further away. So hopefully you're all there watching and enjoying the match.
And another break there. They're going
to out.
Yeah, no touch at the net. Walsh hits it too long. So again, here the Norse are within 2, hanging in there.
You got a float serve here from Palmer.
Oh,
Balls up.
Cosgrove had that one roll up on him. Ended up going to the other side and out. Owen Walsh top spins it right into the net. So again, the opportunity right there for the taking for NKU. Will McKelvin now. Back row, kicks off the net. Clausen got his arm out there, but spins off of it over to the Norse bench. And another Lindenwood point.
I think Trace wasn't expecting that ball to hit the top of the net, so he was kind of bracing himself for a harder hit, which left him a little bit back on his heels there and got low too fast.
Diaz. Whitley back to Diaz for a tap. He keeps it up. Whitley back set. McKelvin tipped at the net and a kill for Will McKelvin.
That's a really smart play by JD there, keeping that ball alive so that we could recycle it and have another go at it. That's what we need to see more of.
Diaz now serving first time this match.
It's a nice serve, keeping him out of system.
Grant's a little bit of a touch at the net, sent that one straight down.
That's the other thing about Zach Solomon. He's going to be able to do something with just about any pass you give him. Is just such an experienced setter that even a not as good, pass is going to find its way to a attacker.
Cosgrove sent that one right into the arms of Amir Grant. Solomon has been in the middle of everything for Lindenwood. I mean, all season, but especially this afternoon. Clausing pass to Whitley. Cosgrove will try it again, and that time on the tap scores.
That was another smart play by Matt, seeing the block there and managing to push the ball around.
Ryan Peterson. Solomon to Grant again. There's just not much you can do about that.
Yeah, our block needs to do a better job, though, of knowing that's going to go to the middle. It's a perfect set. Middle hitter's en route. That ball's going to the middle.
Sophomore Amir Grant from Los Angeles. Short serve, Clausing, Whitley, and Cosgrove left-handed. Scores again.
Saw a little trickery there by our setter, Nick Whitley, looking like he might take that ball, swing at the ball on second attempt, but then he set it out to the outside instead.
Housing. Cosgrove again, block. Norse keep it up. Last touch here. Cosgrove free ball for Lindenwood. Tap
Yeah.
again and a kill for Owen Walsh.
That was a missed opportunity for us. That was an incredible pass by Klossing.
Cosgrove overpass. And Whiteside.
Those overpasses are going to kill you every time.
Klausing, good pass that time to Whitley. Back row Diaz. Excellent job. They pushed back over there with Palmer. And a block, kept alive. Try it one more time on the fake swing. Now Diaz has a hit at it. Tracking over now towards the net. Left-handed tap right down the middle. Luke Kraft. Norse did a good job rallying there for a while.
Kraft caught our back row standing up.
And promptly, Jim Palilonis calls timeout. Got to imagine he's saying that exact thing. 22-16 here as Lindenwood has begun to pull away and eyeing a set 2 victory. Just 3 points away. Back after this. Lindenwood 2 points away here in set, 3 points away rather, in set number 2.
Oh, that is a bomb of a serve.
Kept it alive though. McKelvin, free ball here for Lindenwood. Down the middle, Wolf.
Yikes.
It all started with the serve from Solomon. Had the Norse off balance right away.
That's right. Zach's been doing that all season.
Set point here for Lindenwood. And going for the ace there, Solomon. Had a couple points to burn there.
Yeah, when you're up that high, 24-16, you can bombs away on the serve and hope for something to happen.
Cosgrove for NKU. Solomon setting up a back row hit that is too far for Brandon Luthane. So 24-18. Cosgrove. Walsh now to finish off the set. Owen Walsh right down the middle. Lindenwood leads 2-0, 25-16, and now 25-18. Set 3 coming up right after this here on YouTube. All right, third set. Here in Regents Hall, Lindenwood leads 2-0, and Zach Solomon beginning on serve for Lindenwood. Diaz.
Looking for a touch there. No touch.
No touch. Leo Trespesis Wink now libero for NKU.
Looks like coach is just trying to get some ball control out there.
Solomon to Diaz. Good job to McKelvin, and Palmer has a hit at it. Diaz tracks it down. McKelvin now setting to Aaliyah.
Notice we also have a change at the setter position for NKU. We've got Will McElvin now off the pin and in the setting position, and we've got Drew Palmer playing right side instead.
Palmer sends that one into the net. Hayden Whiteside serving. Ticks off the net. Palmer. McKelvin now. Diaz. And it'll be a Norse kill.
JD does a really good job of finding those hands, taking advantage of the blockers as opposed to letting them shut him down.
Collier. Solomon down the middle of Walsh. Just hanging in the air.
Yep. Walsh saw that block go up and knew he had to hit around it.
Walsh checks off the net again. Palmer. McKelvin near side. Diaz has a hit. Landing back on NKU's side and out of play. Point for the Norse.
Another great, smart play by Diaz. Didn't even get an approach on that ball. He just jumped and swung. Found those arms.
Call knotted up at 3. Matt Cosgrove serving. Solomon this time to Grant. I mean, he has had some unbelievable kills here. In this one, Amir Grant just levitating up there.
Again, I just want to point out that's Zach Solomon. He is putting the ball wherever he wants it to go, regardless of the quality of the pass. And that's what you get when you have an incredibly talented and experienced setter like Zach.
That one's sent wide by Luke Kraft. And JD Diaz back on serve for NKU. Nearly an overpass. Solomon able to get his fingertips on it. And it'll end up being the Norse's point.
There's a net violation there on the Lindenwood side, giving the Norse a little break here. Coach Koshek is asking for some explanation there on that play. But no challenge.
Solomon, another really good set to Grant. Another tough pass to deal with. Solomon did it.
Yeah, that's a tough one on our side because you're trying to decide, do I go up with the setter thinking he's going to tip or do I wait for the attacker? And it's kind of a no-win situation when you're up against Zach.
Diaz, McKelvin, and Peterson down the middle for a kill. Peterson now. Solomon this time, a block for NKU at the net. Palmer.
Big block. Love it.
NKU leading 7-5 here in set number 3. Peterson. Solomon comes to get it and pulls. Good set, but no touch at the net. Sent way too far there for Caden Whiteside. See how much the Norse can build this up here with Peterson. Big swing and a kill for Kraft. Lindenwood on the year is hitting .321.
Amazing.
And Brady Solomon is to give all the credit to.
And KU looking for a quick side out here.
Kelvin pushes it over. Solomon, Walsh, Trespassus, Wink able to keep it up. Back row, Cosgrove.
That's a lot of spin on that ball.
Blocked by Alie, Solomon, Walsh. Cosgrove, McKelvin, Diaz from the back line. Excellent dig, but it'll be a kill. Wasn't a good dig. Diaz a kill.
That's what the Norse are looking for right now. Composure, pick up those balls, and keep the play going.
McKelvin, that's too long.
I think the wind caught that one.
Those bad storms outside, you know. Maybe someone left the door open, you know. Zach Solomon, handled by Diaz. McKelvin will set up Cosgrove, touch at the net, point for the North.
That was a really good swing by Matt Cosgrove. He saw that block was a little early, and so he just gave it a split-second wait so that he could bounce the ball off the top of their hands.
Palmer now. Solomon, and a block. Yes. All 5'11" of them get enough to reject that one. Diaz plays so much bigger than 5'11". He's such an excellent jumper.
Absolutely. JD makes up for his size and his incredible athleticism and his intelligence about the game.
Walsh, they got a touch at the net, allowed Trespassus Wink to keep it up. Diaz again. That one into the net. It'll be 4 hits on NKU.
Coach Palilonis is thinking about challenging, and he does. He's hoping that Lindenwood caught a piece of the ball with a finger there.
Even if 95% of the ball hit into the net, if 5% hit any part of the hand,
And it could be, if you saw that ball when it hit the net, it did kind of come up a little bit off the net, which means it is possible if that block was pushing across, they may have caught a piece of it. Regardless, this is a really good challenge right now because if Coach can win this challenge, NKU goes up 5,
yeah,
which is a huge lead for us at this point in the match.
And it's a successful challenge for NKU. How about that?
What a great challenge.
Now the signal given from the officials at the point will be replayed.
Oh, okay. Here's why. They called that play dead before the play had ended. So instead of us winning the point, it's a replay.
So 11-7. Palmer serving. Solomon and a block. It lands wide though. Diaz got up again. But
he was there. He knew where the ball was going. He just didn't quite get up fast enough.
So Caden Whiteside back on serve for Lindenwood, down by 3.
Nice pass.
This Wink, McKelvin, and Cosgrove now. Here's a set and at the net. Norse keep it up. Diaz blocked. Palmer, Cosgrove a hit. It's just too long. No touch. Although NKU thinks there might have been. And there was a touch.
Was, really? Oh, I didn't catch it. We'll take it. There must have been because you don't see Lindenwood complaining.
Yeah. Chase Alie.
Good float serve there by Chase.
Norse got a piece of it, but sent cross court and a kill for Kraft.
NKU needs to stay composed right now and play side-out volleyball, meaning they need to transition. Every time Lindenwood serves, they need to take the ball back.
The Kelvin to Peterson.
A little misconnect there.
Kraft will try it again. Good dig. McKelvin, ooh, tough one for Peterson to handle. He got it over. Back to Grant, though. Denied by Peterson. And this ball's still up, but it'll land wide. So a wild point, and the Norse able to take it.
Again, you see what I mean here. We have to just keep the ball on our side of the net. We got to get it back after a Lindenwood serve. Don't give them any momentum. Take advantage of this 4-point lead.
Cosgrove. And there's too much space between the net and the block.
That's right. That's right. There was too much movement on the arms there. They got to go up strong and keep those arms pushed across the net. NKU looking for a quick side out here.
And you know, Kraft's always looking for an ace. Ticks off the net. Cosgrove. McKelvin setting up Diaz. Touch at the net. Yes. Kill for Diaz. Four-point lead for NKU. Here midway through the third set. Diaz serving. Solomon. Big swing and a kill for Luthane. Luthane sends it long. So back to a 4-point lead for NKU as they catch a break. Peterson. Grant down the middle. And a kill for Amir Grant. Amir Grant serving into the net. Well, don't look now, but NKU retaining this 4-point lead and getting to the later stages of this third set.
Let's go Norse.
McKelvin. Solomon walking down the middle again.
Yeah.
Zach Solomon trying to pull Lindenwood back closer. Palmer pass. McKelvin tracks it down. Cosgrove sends it over. Solomon, big swing and a kill for Luke Kraft again.
Lindenwood back to within 2 points. We got to get Zach Solomon off that line.
Oh my goodness. The most brutal of aces to pull up. I mean, sometimes you see it hit off the net and then it lands, but that one, I mean, that got as much of the net as it possibly could. Still rolled over.
For a split second there, I thought that it was going into the net. So Like I said, you love it when you can get that kind of a serve. You hate it when it happens to you because it is so hard to battle the net on those.
Well, another ace for Zach Solomon. Lindenwood has pushed it to 16-15, and Palilonis takes a timeout. Norse looking for some answers, trying to get back on serve after this. Out of the timeout, Zach Solomon still back there. Trespasses swing. Oh, it hits a beam, shoots down. Cosgrove.
You're beautiful.
Excellent job. Norse needed that.
That's what you want to see coming out of a timeout. We want to side out, get the ball back on our side of the court.
2-point lead for NKU. Drew Palmer trying to widen it for NKU. Solomon has to track this one down. Kraft able to generate so much power from a straight up position. Another kill for Kraft. Caden Whiteside. Trespasses wink down. McKelvin sets up Diaz off the block.
Another smart play by Juan Marco Diaz. NKU wants to keep this lead.
Halie pushing it down over the net for the kill. Again is Brendan Luthane.
I just want to say, I think it speaks volumes about the talent that we have on this NKU team. They are new, they are young, but they are going point for point right now against the number one team in the conference.
Absolutely. That time it'll be another point for Lindenwood. Yeah, 13 freshmen on this roster. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
First year of the program. Thrust into the second best conference in the country.
And 4 freshmen on the court right now.
McKelvin back to Peterson and just...
Yeah, that's a broken play. We had a bad pass there, and Will was trying to keep it on our side of the net, but...
And just like that, Lindenwood takes the lead 19-18.
Happens fast. NKU needs a side out here.
Walt with an error.
That might have also been a foot fault.
Yeah, I was looking at that too.
It looked
flirting with that line.
Real close to the line there.
Cosgrove returns the favor with an error.
Can't do that right now. We need to make our serves. Got Luke Kraft at the line. Again, NKU wants a quick side out here.
Kraft. Palmer handles the low one. McKelvin to Diaz. Blocked but wide.
Found those hands. Perfect play there.
Diaz serve. Floater. Top spin. Short. Solomon pushes it over himself. McKelvin. Palmer blocked. Scores off it.
That was a great play there. Palmer taking advantage of the broken play on Lindenwood's side.
So back-to-back points for NKU. They jump in front. And Diaz looking to make it more. Solomon, big swing for Luthane.
Some of the guys on the NKU side, no stranger to Luthane. He's from Indiana, played for the academy, same club that some of our NKU guys played for.
McKelvin tries to push it over himself.
Ball's tight.
And at the net, a duel won by NKU that time. Solomon tried to take a swing.
I couldn't tell what side of the net that fell on, and we're sitting right at the perfect vantage point.
Getting down into crunch time here in set number 3. NKU with a 1-point lead, 22-21. Kyle Sauer into the match to serve. About the last thing you wanted there.
Yeah, we really needed that serve to get in. Quick side out here for NKU to maintain the lead.
Tamir Grant trespasses swing to McKelvin, setting up Diaz from the back. Work to do here for Lindenwood. And they do it.
Ball.
McKelvin, Diaz again, no touch. Yes, there was.
Let's go, NKU.
The kill for Diaz. 23-22.
Great.
At the net, and they're still able to finish it off as Solomon able to set it up for Walsh.
I'm telling you, Zach Solomon is, in my opinion, best setter in the MIVA right now for sure. Definitely top 3 in the country.
Man, it looked like an overpass all day.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. We're tied up at 23. NKU took their first set against a MIVA opponent the other night against number 13 McKendree. Can they find a way to take one here against number 10 Lindenwood? We're back after this. Have the timeout. 23 apiece here in set number 3. If Lindenwood finds a way, they win the match. And if NKU finds a way, we're headed to a set 4. Zach Solomon, Lindenwood's best to serve. Oh, my goodness.
That is a huge break for NKU. Huge break.
Drew Palmer serving for the set for NKU, 24-23. The freshman from Pittsburgh, PA. Solomon. And Lindenwood saves that one with one of the biggest swings of the match for Whiteside. We're going past 25 again. 24 all. Whiteside serving. Overpass here, and just tucked in the back line there for Walsh. And just like that, match point for Lindenwood.
Yeah, that's literally the worst thing that can happen in that moment is that we just give them a point like that. So tables have turned now. Lindenwood has set point, match point.
Whiteside serving for the match. And it's an ace to close it out. Unbelievable cross court, just feathering the edge of that line to give Lindenwood a 3-0 win on the road. NKU that close to sending us to a fourth set.
Yeah, I know they're disappointed, but again, this is a young team. They are improving with each match. They're playing well against ranked opponents. Let's not forget that Lindenwood is a nationally ranked top 10 team right now.
NKU to 3-12 on the year. They'll have about a week off before playing Lewis here on the 19th. That game will be on ESPN Plus. But until then, thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. For my partner, Jenn Palilonis, I am Ben Burdette saying so long from NKU. Lindenwood, another win on the road. They move to 6-1 in the MIVA. 3-0 here this afternoon. Thanks so much for listening.